This is the story of Moses and the miraculous parting of the Red Sea, a defining moment in the Bible that symbolizes faith, courage, and God's immense power. Stick with me. This tale will leave you in awe. It was a time of great oppression. The Israelites, God's chosen people, were held as slaves in Egypt under the harsh rule of Pharaoh. Their cries for deliverance reached the heavens, and God chose a leader to answer them: Moses. But let me tell you, Moses wasn't always the fearless leader we remember. Born an Israelite, he was raised in Pharaoh's palace and later fled to Midian after killing an Egyptian who was abusing an Israelite. Not exactly hero material at first glance, right? But God saw something in Moses that even Moses couldn't see in himself. One day, while tending sheep in the wilderness, Moses encountered God in an extraordinary way, in the form of a burning bush. The fire burned without consuming the bush, and from its flames, God called Moses by name. At first, Moses hesitated, doubting his ability to rescue the Israelites. He asked, "Who am I, that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" But God's response was simple, yet powerful: "I will be with you." With that assurance, Moses, along with his brother Aaron as his spokesperson, confronted Pharaoh. They demanded the release of the Israelites, declaring, "Let my people go." Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he refused, prompting God to unleash 10 devastating plagues upon Egypt. From water turning to blood, to swarms of locusts, to the death of Egypt's firstborn sons, each plague was a direct challenge to Egypt's gods and Pharaoh's authority. It was only after the final and most heart-wrenching plague, the death of the firstborn, that Pharaoh relented, allowing the Israelites to leave. But the story doesn't end there. As the Israelites journeyed toward freedom, Pharaoh had a change of heart. Furious and regretful, he summoned his army to pursue them. Picture this: an enormous caravan of men, women, and children moving forward, and behind them, the thundering sound of Egyptian chariots closing in. Terror spread among the Israelites as they reached the Red Sea. Trapped between the sea's waters and Pharaoh's army, they cried out in despair, "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die?" But Moses, filled with divine confidence, responded, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." Then God instructed Moses to stretch out his staff over the waters. What happened next defies imagination and science. The Red Sea split in two, forming towering walls of water on either side and creating a dry path for the Israelites to cross. Imagine the awe and the pounding of hearts as the Israelites walked between those walls, marveling at God's power. But Pharaoh's army wasn't far behind. As the last Israelite reached the other side, the Egyptian soldiers entered the seabed. Then, in a dramatic turn of events, God instructed Moses to stretch out his staff once more. The walls of water came crashing down, swallowing the Egyptian army and securing the Israelites' escape. Not one of Pharaoh's soldiers survived. Just imagine the deafening silence after the chaos and the realization of what had just occurred. Freedom, at last. This miraculous event is more than just an epic story. It's a testament to faith and God's power to save. The Israelites didn't earn their freedom through combat or strategy. They were saved by divine intervention, by a God who heard their cries and delivered them through his messenger, Moses. The parting of the Red Sea stands as an enduring reminder that, in moments of doubt and fear, faith can lead to deliverance. But here's an interesting question. How does this ancient story resonate today? What does it say to us in our moments of crisis, when life feels like we're trapped between the proverbial army and the sea? Maybe the answer lies in Moses' words, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." God's plan might not always make sense in the moment, but trust and obedience can lead to miracles far beyond our understanding. So the next time you feel stuck or overwhelmed, remember the parting of the Red Sea. You too have a path forward. It just might require faith to see it. That's the enduring power of this story. And if Moses, a shepherd with a stutter, could be used to perform such wonders, imagine what God can do through you.